Hello, Randy Pusa here from Zesty. We're going to go over optimizing images. This is going to reduce your data costs and also increase the speed at which customers can get to your content. So we're taking a look at the Phoenix Suns page, great looking web page. Kudos to the team over there who put it together. And then we're just going to look at the images. So we have this large image on the right, and we have a couple images also, or excuse me, large image on the left, a couple images on the right. So how we're going to find out the size of the image is, this roughly we can use our inspector. So I'm going to inspect, I'll bring this open, and we can hover over the image to see that its rendered size is 205 pixels wide by 115 pixels tall. But the intrinsic size, the actual size of the dot of the item is actually it's 1920, right, which is 1080p. So look at the size of this image compared to the size that it renders on page, right? So we have a very large image. So let's see how big this image is. And to do that, we're also going to open up our inspector. So you can right click inspect. And then we want to go to the network tab. And then from here, you need to refresh. So there's a trick to this. If you see that it's showing that it's only 74 bytes, it's because the status is 304, which means it's cached. So in order to show an uncached version, we can add a random query parameter to it. And we'll see that now we see the true size. It's 202 kilobytes, right? Okay, so Dusty has something called on-the-fly image API, and you can modify an image by passing query parameters to it. So I know from earlier before that my image is rendering at 205 pixels wide. So with Zesty, you can actually make it natively 200 pixels wide. So let's just say width equals 205. And now it changes the size of the image. Now let's take a look at the size. The size is 6 kilobytes. 6 kilobytes, okay? So that is extremely small. I mean, if we want it to be a little bit more high def, let's just change it to 400. And it's 15 kilobytes, right? So double the size and we double the width, but it's only 15 kilobytes. Now, if we go back over here to the page, we're seeing that this is 202 kilobytes. That's a huge reduction. I mean, if I did the difference there in my head, that's like, I don't know, 9, 6, like 12 times smaller is what it kind of comes out to. So that's just one image. So if you have a lot of data coming in and out, that's one image reducing, which is a 12 times reduction in data throughput, which could, translate to cost. So by using the API, and when your developer works, they can output the image in a different size, it's greatly reducing the amount of data spent. So that can go for any image on page. So if all these images are 200 pixels and you reduce them by 15 times, or 12 times, excuse me, you're really reducing your data costs. So it's something that is out of the box from Zesty, but the developer has to implement it, and it's available on every single image that is uploaded to our digital asset management. So if you're a developer, you can search for the the on-the-fly image API. I'll post the link in the YouTube description below. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.